not to like Coach Pope. It's hard not to like this Kentucky team, the way they play, putting up 100 points, beating Duke. That had to have been one of those games where it's like, maybe a meteor could hit it before, at the under 4 timeout, and that'd probably be the best result for Tyler Hansbrough. But what do you make of this Kentucky team? 97-68 win over Lipscomb tonight. 4-0. They're number 9 in the country. They got a coach everybody loves.
Well, first of all, what I like about Kentucky is they have a lot of veteran players. I think they have 6, grad transfers. I like that they're a veteran team. And when you look at the game against Duke in particular, Duke pretty much controlled that game until late. And I really felt like they found the ability to stay in the game. And when they needed to make plays and they needed to play disciplined basketball late in the game, they got that done and put themselves in position to win. And I really like that. I'm a big fan of Mark Pope ever since he came on the show last year. Thought he was a heck of a dude. And I like his energy. And I do think if there's anybody that can, really, get Big Blue Nation and really connect with them, it's him. Because it's not going to be me, nor will I ever. It's Kentucky. I like veteran teams. I've always said that, and I like Pope's style of letting his guys have a lot of freedom, passing around. They have some shooters. I like it. I like the Kerr kid. He can get hot. The Jackson Robinson, he can get it going. Played for Pope, so I like Kentucky. As a good team this year. I don't like them as a team. I like them as, being a deep tournament team.
you like the players, you like the coach. Yeah, you like the players, you like the coach. You don't like the jersey, and you're not a big fan of the guys that are going to be on social media yelling at you.
I hate the school.
Terrell, I had this conversation with someone today. I kind of feel like this Kentucky team I feel like their ceiling is a little bit limited. Like they're one of these teams that has a really high floor because they're going to guard. You got guys that know how to play, and that you're going to be able to be coached well. And because they're so old, it feels like they're more advanced maybe than some of the other teams that are a little bit newer. And I know they have all of these new faces, but it just feels like they've reached a point where they're ready to compete at this level faster than some other teams have. But I don't know if they have a superstar. Like Andrew Carr was awesome down the stretch. Are we going to believe against Duke? Are we going to believe that we're going to get that out of Andrew Carr every night? But at the same time, I watch them and they look really impressive. And I love the way that the roster is built. And I love what Pope can do as a coach. So I'm kind of like, I have this internal battle with myself saying if you look at them on paper, it doesn't look like a team that's going to be like a Final Four championship contender. But then you watch them play and you listen to their staff and you see how excited the fans are. And it's like, yeah, you know what? You can kind of get swept up into the excitement and the hype a little bit.
Yeah. And I think that is perfect kind of for what, Big Blue Nation was yearning for. With the last couple of years with the Cal situation, they essentially almost got like the polar opposite. So there's no more young guys running around still trying to figure out the game, and or freshmen and guys that aren't going to be around for very long. And then whatever happens for that year just happens. Like, don't get me wrong, extremely talented teams with even some with superstars on them. But, they're doing it in a different way, and they're going, like Tyler spoke to, they're going with experience. So they got older guys, and they're essentially doing it by committee. I don't think they have a go-to guy or a superstar on their roster. Even in that game versus Duke, Carr got it going down the stretch, but the guy who I think is the guy that can get hot and really fill it up. A guy like Jackson Robinson, was terrible that night. He couldn't hit the backside of a barn. So, and I think that Mark Pope being a really good coach feeds into that, because right now he's riding a hot hand. He's going to draw upsets. He's going to get guys that are making shots, opportunities, and in good situations where they can make plays for each other, and they just kind of play off each other and feed off each other right now. So talent-wise, are they a sure shot Final Four team? No. But are they a team that you do not want to run into if they, once we get to that time of year? Absolutely, because they got all the makings of a team that can be a dark horse and make a deep run once it's that time of the year.
Yeah, and you know what else they got, Tyler? They got guys that just do winning things. Like Lamont Butler just does winning things. There's a reason why that dude played in a national title game in 2023, right? And by the way, hit the game-winning shot to get them to the national championship game. I think Otega Oweh does winning things. I think Andrew Carr does winning things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're tough.